Now, you kind of saw this in the last episode I mentioned as a little bit of a teaser at the very end of this episode. We're going to go ahead and get started off by just reclaiming some of this land back here and elevating it so we have one clear space that is just nice and level for the stadium. And we're back by this sports complex, so that kind of ties us all together. And we're just going to clear off some of this land that's going to be pretty important for the college stadium. Now that we have that, I'm just going to start to work out a little bit of a grid so I can kind of get this situated correctly, get the field laid down so that it becomes a little bit easier to get everything lined up here. So back to this Const Builds logos here. Again, beautiful assets here. We're using his Tigers asset from one of the asset packs that he has created. I love the work that he does, and big fan of his as well. So I'm going to get this all laid out with the stadium or with the field placed down, and then once that gets through, we're going to go ahead and remove these lanes, get things a little bit more centered up better, and I'll drop back in and just kind of talk about what I'm doing and some of the struggles and challenges that I faced on some of these different sections. So again, going to go into that time lapse and see you on the other side. Now, as you're about to see here in just a moment, I'm dealing with those lag issues again. This was all recorded around the same time as the last episode, and I had some issues again with some technical issues, And the next, I would say probably 20 minutes, not of this video, but the next 20 minutes of me playing this cut so badly that I had to actually cut the whole segment. So we're about to see a huge jump in this stadium build, but I get the second layer down and colorize everything to be the orange and black. I kind of got to this point and thought, you know, I don't want to be at level. I kind of want to raise this up and do a little bit of customization here. So I went ahead and raised all of these stands up. And now obviously that's going to create a new problem for me because now I got to fill the bottom portions of those as well. But luckily they have these slabs on PDX mods that you can easily just get built in here. And what I'm going to basically do is create a foundation for the stadium and get these placed and get this kind of, you're going to see a lot of these because I'm actually going to go around the entire exterior and just build out the entire foundation for the stadium right here using these slabs. And there's also some cubes and blocks and stuff that can be done as well. So we're going to go ahead and get this foundation built out and move on to the next part. On second thought, I think I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these tables. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and delete all these tables and what I had kind of detailed up a little bit here and just continue to destroy my foundation. We'll get that fixed up. But I go back and forth on what I'm going to put in these little areas here for the fans. And we might actually see this change a little bit over time. But yeah, so far it's looking good. A lot of the field details are down. Got these 3 flagpoles. I wish the game would allow you to just actually put flags on there that are dynamic and whatnot. I've gone back and forth on fencing here multiple times, and it was a struggle there for a while. I think I finally end up finding something here very soon. And I don't know that it's the best for what I'm looking for, but it certainly is something. But yeah, the fencing here proved to be rather difficult. Now, I do want to find something a little interesting for some of the tunnels for the players to come out. I want to give them a little bit of protection, so I found this pavilion for, I think, one of the tram stops that we have in the city, but I was like, yeah, I'll use this as kind of like a roof, and I bring this up over. It took a little bit of adjusting and quite a bit of work, but hey, we got it to work out. And I could have probably found something different, but I ended up liking the way this ended up turning out, and I thought it looked pretty good at the end of the day. So, of course, it's always really difficult to adjust these as there are a ton of other layers and objects. It made it a little bit challenging, so you'll see this adjust a couple of times, but we'll get the right color. And that looks really odd, but when you look at it at a different angle, it looks just fine. So we'll duplicate this on the other side here and move on. So for this next step here, and I'm going to move the entire stadium and reposition it. So instead of it just facing Seabury University, I want it to face Seabury, the city, and face towards the city, the main skyscraper down there. So we just do angle this just a little bit to get that at a nicer view for the people watching the game. Now I'm going to start working on getting a video board down. I'm kind of know what to do here, but it's not going to be like perfect. I'm going to actually get some stands down. I'm trying to find the video board that I want here. That's not baseball, that's not soccer. I want the football one, which I think is going to end up being this one right here. So a little bit smaller, but I want to get the sizing correct. And yeah, this is what it's going to be. So we're going to lay down some of these assets here and get this built out and check it out. I'm going to end up using like some concrete to actually be the video board. I just needed to lay onto something that isn't just these pillars. So yeah, we're going to use the transformation tool here quite a bit for this video board and get this lined up appropriately, and hopefully this ends up looking pretty nice. Now, sadly, my frame rates took a dive here. Thank you, technical issues with recording software. I'm so sorry, guys. I would go back and redo all of this, but man, this was a ton of work to get done. But as you can see here, I'm laying concrete pillars down just to get the appropriate sizing down, and then I'm gonna get that placed onto the wall. So in just a snap here, we'll have this video board done. now that the scoreboard is done, it is time to move on to the lighting. I'm using this bridge spotlight from the Bridges and Ports pack. And really, I just need to get this lined up and adjusted. So this does take quite a bit of fidgeting, but once I really figured out the transformation tool, this actually became a little bit easier. Again, it's just trying to figure out the appropriate angle, and I do fidget with this quite a bit, but once I finally do find the right angle, it was pretty easy to get the rest of this done. And we mess with this a couple of times. So we get one side done, adjust the angles all together so we hit the middle of the field really, and then just speed through the other 2/3 of the stadium. If anybody knows what this shimmering is coming from, let me know. Yeah, I'm just gonna picture it as people taking pictures during the games. But yeah, I deal with this shimmering issue for pretty much the rest of the game. You might notice a few changes since the last little jump there. I had a little bit of a jump with some hedging and some fences. I am just going to tell you that I chose not to show these parts because we had those tech issues again, and it was jumping all over the place. I also had a bunch of screen board issues with the screen behind the field. That was giving me a lot of fits, and things weren't staying. They kept jumping everywhere and falling, and the transformation tool got a little weird, so that was odd. But the thing about these fences and the hedges is that I actually come back and remove these and replace them with something better. And same thing with that fencing along protecting the stadium a bit more. So I elected not to show that part of the video that was probably about 45 minutes to an hour in game time actually doing, which was a little bit disappointing that I went back and just demolished all of it. And but I think the product that I end up with is a lot better, and I think you're gonna like it. Now I'm trying to figure out this gate, this entryway into the stadium, and this does change a little bit. I also have the same issues with the transformation tool and some of the recoloring later on, and you'll definitely see that. I end up actually getting rid of the recolor mod and using the vanilla version of it, and it just I have so many troubles with this, but eventually I do make it work and get something that ends up looking pretty good and nice. So let's just watch me struggle just a little bit here as we get this built out correctly and make it look nice. This does end up looking nice. I will say that I was very happy with it at the end of the day, but this part acts a little weird. So if you see a lot of glitching, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I will say these surfaces, I think, do end up causing a lot of lighting issues later on because it's adding a lot of layers to this stadium. But looking at it in the daytime, this stadium looks great. Looking at it at night, it does kind of look a little weird. So may come back later on and just kind of fix this. But yeah, as you can see, I'm already having some issues with the textures. And I do go back and fix that area up a little bit better. But yeah, it ends up looking good. I again do like the output of this, and I think it does look overall really good. I just have to find the right surfaces for everything at the moment and get that going. Now you'll see around the front, I did go back and add some of the vendors, some more tables, and even some billboards. But this is where I was talking about I get rid of all of this fencing and the hedges because I didn't like that look. I get rid of these trees, everything, and I kind of just redo this whole thing. So this is kind of the beginning of the end for this part of the entrance. I struggle so much with this, and just I could not figure out exactly what was going on with this, but I ended up getting something to work after all at the very end of this. But this is a little bit of a struggle, so I'm going to actually speed through portion of this and try to get this figured out so we're not wasting too much time. And that's a wrap on Tiger Stadium here at Seabury University. Absolute gem. I think this is going to be a great college stadium for probably the ACC is what I have always pictured this stadium being. Kind of on the East Coast, more, I have always thought the Carolina area. But yeah, so this just fits in with the ACC stadium. Now, full transparency here, my game probably crashed a good 50 times. I feel like over the last 24 hours, and it's really bogging down the system. I'm not sure if it's just, all the different assets and textures and everything that's in here, but overall the last several days has been a fight. And I've mentioned to all of you on Discord and in YouTube that this episode and the last episode, building out Seabury University, was going to be a tough one. Now I'm just under 100,000 citizens, and I do want to get up to 100,000 before we wrap up the Seabury series. I'm just gonna say that this is probably going to be the end of Seabury. There might be a couple of bonus episodes later down the road after a couple projects. Might visit Seabury later on and try to build it out. I wanted to build an airport. I don't know that I can. I'm afraid that it's going to crash the game even further, and I'm just going to struggle. And I've gotten a couple of new play sets that I've built out to test for the new series that's coming up, and those work just fine. But whenever I load up this play set, this game starts to crash, and I'm a little scared that I won't be able to keep doing it. So I do want to load these areas up. There is that section right here, and I want to get a nice little transition down to Seabury from downtown. So we'll get that loaded up, and filled out, we'll get it looking nice. But Seabury University is looking great. I love this. This is just such a great look out here. I'm so excited for this build. This turned out better than I ever thought it was going to, and I hope you guys like it too. I hope this ends up looking good. But from the stadium to the parking garages to all the campus buildings, the custom assets from Const Builds with the logos, the sports complex, the esports arena, everything just looks great for this area. So hopefully you guys liked it as much as I like it, and we'll get moving on to the new area. And that is a wrap on that new section of the city. I think this ended up looking really nice. Everything really filled in, and we're up over 100,000 people. We're going through a little bit of a death wave, which is kind of funny at the end of a potential series. But all of these sections are now filled out. Butler Crossing, Fairview Acres, Primrose Glen, Blackwood Crossing, Pine Junction. All of these areas are not filled in, and we actually have a pretty good transition from high density all the way down to our low density towards Seabury University. But yeah, this looks very great, and who knows, this might be the end of the series, but we might come back to this eventually. One last thing I do want to do is take care of this tower that built the lighthouse that caught fire and burned down quite a bit ago. So let's go ahead and get this rebuilt as a final transition towards the end of the series, and so that we prevent it from catching fire again, let's go ahead and just get this included in some city services. That way fire departments can actually make it out here just in case. But that is an official wrap of this episode and potentially an official wrap of this series. Seabury is built. I love this. This is the first city built on this channel. It'll always be iconic, at least to me. I don't know about you guys, but overall, this looks great from the downtown to the old town to the midtown, Seabury University, the port. Can't forget about Hawthorne out there in the distance. Even our ore mining industry back there in the back. This is most likely the last video. We might come back, expand across the bridge, add to the island to the south of the midtown area, but many of you have asked for a night view. Here's one last final night view of the city. It just looks so nice. I'm very proud of everything that was built here. This metropolitan area, Seabury University, again, looks incredible at night, as one would expect it to look nice. The stadium's got the graphical glitching back there with the lighting. I think it's because of all the surfaces that I placed on the side of the building, and that's what's causing the lighting issues, because just the boxiness of it. But hey, imagine coming to a night game here at Seabury and watching the Tigers play and seeing the downtown skyline in the background. Old Town, I mean, we haven't been out here in a long time, but hey, one last view. That just looks so nice. It's such a great view, even seeing the downtown area from out here. And this wraps it up. I've got a big project coming up that I'm really excited for, but be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. What was your absolute favorite part of this episode, and what was your absolute favorite part of Seabury? As I hope you guys are looking forward to the new series that's coming up. Seabury citizens have to go on vacation somewhere, right? So we'll see what that means in future series, but stay tuned for the next series. And guys, until the next one, have a good one and goodbye.